What I've done here is I have my background picture, and it's not quite as big as it should be. And then my foreground that I'll put in place. The first thing I need to start with though is getting rid of the green. This works the same with videos as it does with pictures. So what I need to go to, I need to be in my effects panel, and it may show up on the left or the right, but I'm looking for this window with the audio effects, audio transitions, video effects, video transitions. This goes under video effects. It's what's called keying, and I'm going to be doing a color key. So I'm going to drop this on top of the layer that has the green, so dropping it there. Nothing's going to happen right now, but I can see this was added to the effects control. I happen to have that selected. If you didn't have that selected, or you just want to make sure you're on the right track, you can double click on it. It's still there, so this middle window here, if I click over on that, drop over, effects controls, and there's my color. It's defaulted for blue, but I'm going to use the eyedropper tool, click on that, click on the green, and it gets rid of most of everything. And depending on the lighting, you'll have to adjust the color tolerance to make it think more or less things are that color. To kind of smooth out the edges, I will add just fairly low. I'm just doing a click and drag edge thinning and just a little bit of edge feather. Just helps soften that to make it look like it's more naturally part of the scene. Now stuff that's a very strong different color, you may have to add a second color key to get to. Ideally we want to get this with lighting, and if we can do that with lighting, we definitely should be. So now I selected the darker green, and I was able to get rid of that entirely. Alright, things will look a bit pixelated until you render it. So where there's a red line above my clips, that's where it needs to be edited, or that's where it needs to be rendered rather. If I double click on this bottom one, because as I said, it's not quite the full screen, now I can look at its effects control. And what I'm going to go into is under motion, scale. I'm going to scale this up so it's bigger. And for the morning show, you'd need to scale it up and get it to fit the full screen so the background matches. This one, go back and look at this one. I can change its position if I want to. Move it down there. Maybe I want a little bit bigger. Look back over. There we go. So these are pictures, so there's no moving parts. For the moving parts with the background or whatever, we just need to copy the background as many times as it would fill up the entire morning show, because this top layer would be the morning show with the anchors, and this bottom layer would be the background. So once that's all done, I'm going to press Enter on the keyboard. It'll come with rendering. It'll take quite a while for the show, because it's much longer than this couple seconds, or actually 1 second. But that's how you do green screen, simple green screen. So we'll work more on that in cost, but that's the general overview.